Hello, sisters. This highly anticipated video. Some of you know about this, some of you do not. My heart is like beating out of my chest right now because I have really thought about this video for months. And all the things that I have to say and all the questions that you have, I understand. And I'm gonna take a minute or two and let this music kind of play out as women come on live. So as you come on live, say hello or watch the replay. Use the hashtag WildlyAlive. How are you? How are you feeling? Yes, this is not a joke. This is not some sort of clickbait to get you to come over to this video and watch it. This is a reality. And I know it's shocking for you, and it was absolutely shocking for myself when I came to the conclusion. But all I ask is while you are here to stay open and to listen, because there are some women who have known about this. The Wildly Alive mentors were the first to know about this. And then I told the Wildly Alive sisters, these are the women in the membership. And even though there was a lot of, there was some tears and some sadness, so many women, all of them ended up just really supporting this decision. So I'm just gonna really ask that you stay really open and say hello. Hi, Martha. Hi, Carla. Hello, Shannon. This is really big. I never saw this day coming, but I might surprise you here. So I'm just asking that you're here and your heart is open. Just put a heart in the comments just to let me know that you hear me and your heart is open as I have this conversation with you, okay? That would just really help me in this moment, knowing that this could potentially be the last video that I ever post on this account. It's just kind of crazy. So, yeah, we're gonna get into it. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, Alicia. Yes, thank you for your hearts, even if you are here watching the replay. Okay, so just need to take a little breath here, kind of anchor in, and I kind of want to give you a little bit of a history on me and Wildly Alive and how I got to this point. So I started personal training. The whole reason why I got into personal training, many of you have heard this story. Hello, Gretchen. Hi, Jenny. The whole reason why I got into personal training is because of my own body image issues and my desire to lose weight and have a perfect body and getting plastic surgery. And so I ended up joining personal training school essentially to lose weight, really. And I found a passion that I never thought existed. I was not raised a healthy person. I wasn't raised understanding the values of fruits and vegetables. Let me just clarify that. And, I didn't really understand what living a healthy lifestyle really was in the context that I do now. And I had I gained weight out of high school and I started dieting and, it really destroyed me, really. Dieting just destroyed me. And I then started, I went to personal training school because I was doing all this dieting and it wasn't really working and, all the things. And I joined personal training school to lose weight and I found a passion. And I was like, wow, I never in a million years thought I would be somebody who teaches health and teaches people how to have a healthy relationship with their bodies. I mean, I'm telling you, you ask some of my high school friends. I remember my friend Isaiah saw me a few years after we graduated high school and I graduated personal training school, and he just was like flabbergasted on how I looked and my energy. And he was like, he couldn't stop staring at me. He was just like, Nikki, I can't believe that this is what you do. And I was like, I know, I can't believe that it's what I do either. So I have been teaching women about their relationships with their bodies, food, and exercise since 2006. That's like 17 years, 18 years, something like that. That is just mind-blowing to me. And as I continued my business, I had my own business going in home and doing personal training in people's homes. I eventually started to move my business kind of online. I was doing personal training online. And that was in 2010 that I actually started and embarking upon my coaching career. And it's been a wild journey. This business has been so fulfilling for me in so many ways. You have no idea. And I had big visions. So as you're coming on, say hello, use the hashtag WildlyAlive. This is not the live to be a creepy neighbor, okay? I need all the support and love right now in the comments because I have been anticipating recording this video for months and just a little nerve-wracked over it. And so if you are here, please show yourself, please say hello, please send me hearts as you are listening because this is a big vulnerable moment for me and I'm really going to put it all out on the table. I am not going to hold anything back and I am not here to deceive anybody. This is a reality. We are going to be closing the doors to Wildly Alive. So I started my coaching career and, I had big visions for Wildly Alive. I mean, I was planning on taking over, hello, Laura, hi, Maureen. I was planning on taking over diet culture and teaching women how to lose weight and feel better in their bodies, with respect, not with shame, because that's what happened to me is the diet culture really broke me down and I had no self-esteem after I started dieting. And what I realized is that it is all based in shame. It's all based in if you hate yourself enough, then you can lose weight and then you can love yourself. And it's such an ass backwards way of teaching and it makes you feel more broken. And I thought for so long that if I just lost the weight, thank you for all your love, you guys, I really appreciate it. It really makes me happy. I really thought that after I lost the weight, I would love myself and I would feel so great. And I didn't. And I ended up, getting plastic surgery. And that was kind of my fall to my knees moment when I started asking for a better way. And I really believe that at that time is when Wildly Alive philosophies really started coming through. And it's been what it is really just teaching women how to, respect themselves into a healthier body. And it's been incredible. And I was like, I'm going to take over the world with this. So many women need this information. It's so important. We are told as women that the most important thing about us, the most valuable thing about us is how our body looks. And it consumes so much of our day. It consumes so much of our thoughts and it robs us of our life. It robs us of being great mothers and great partners and great employees and great business owners. And I saw that so clearly because we are just kind of under this spell thinking that our life is going to be so much better once we figured this out. And I say this to you guys, I figured it out and I was worse. I was in a worse place. Maybe I looked really good, but mentally I was in a terrible place. And I was like, the world needs this message. Oh my gosh, the world needs this message. I need to take over the world with this message. I want to be bigger than Weight Watchers. I want to take this over. Like I had the plan. I had the master plan. I remember speaking the Wildly Alive mentorship into existence in 2019. I remember sending a message to my virtual assistant in that time and just speaking all the things that I wanted the mentorship to be. I wanted women to go through the year-long program and then be able to support and help other women jumping into the program so they could feel purpose, so they can help spread this message, and that they could also contribute to their family financially. And it was really exciting in 2020 when the mentorship really started evolving and really started coming into fruition. And a year ago, I would have never thought that I would be recording this video, of course. So what happened? Well, just a few months ago, I started really getting the call, the disturbing knock on the door, that maybe this version of Wildly Alive needed to end. And when those, and don't get me wrong, there have been times throughout my 13-year journey here as a coach where I have played with the idea of closing. But it was more from this like little girl bratty energy when I was having a bad day or when people were being mean to me or when a launch did not go successfully where I'd be like, I'm going to quit. I don't want to do this anymore. No, I'll just go get a job. I don't want to do it. I had those moments, but there was something different. Hi, Laura. Hi, Jen. Thank you for saying hi as you come on. There was something different this time. The thought came in and it felt different in my body. It felt real. It felt like something I truly needed to explore. And literally, within 24 hours, I was grieving so hard. Like, I'm talking my body. I think my body knew that this needed to happen before it can conceptualize it. I grieved for like 3 days straight, just uncontrollable crying. And I was just like, I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what is this? And I was just like hysterically crying. Like, this emotion was moving through my body so quickly, I was overwhelmed. And it was like, a part of me just really was a little afraid of all these emotions like stirring in my body by this thought. And I think I realized that my body was saying, it's time. It's time to shift. So that was a few months ago. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sheila. And I really kind of just went on this journey of like, what would this mean? What does this mean? What do I do? I've been sitting here telling women for the last 13 years that Wildly Alive was going to take over the world. Am I being a woman of my word? Something that I preach to you all the time. This was my word. This is what I said I was going to do. Do I do it? What are they going to think of me? I've been telling them, fall down 7, get up 8. Are you falling down and not getting up? What does this mean? And as I went on this journey of like exploring what are all these emotions? Do I close? What does closing look like? What do I have clients in the membership. I have sisters in the membership. What do I do? How does this look? And I went on a journey inward. And it was very clear. Thank you, Martha. It was very clear. It was time. I needed to do this. It needs to happen. And things started opening up for me as I started talking and as I started, speaking it to the mentors. They were the first people that I really started exploring this conversation with. And the more that I talked about it and the more that I explored what this would look like, the lighter I started feeling. The more hope and the more inspiration and the more clarity I was finding. And all of a sudden I was just having all these ideas and I was feeling more alive and more excited and more passionate about this work than I had in a really long time. And I was like, okay, we're still getting up every time we fall, yes. And so I started thinking, okay, if I'm going to close this thing down, these last 13 years, this is a big body of work. For those of you who have been around for a while, say hello. Like, let me see you down below. My OGs who are very familiar with this content. I'm hugging you so much right now. You and your programs have changed my life. I have endless gratitude for you. You are 100% a woman of your word. I love you, Nicole. Thank you. I love you, Laura. Thank you. And so I'm just like receiving that. So anyway, I knew I was going to be a little teary, but the thing that I want you to know is that with these tears, there's a duality, because there's a part of me that is very sad that this vision that I thought and I set my heart on was never going to happen, is never going to happen. But there's also a part of me that is so excited about what's to come. And so this is the energies that I have been playing in the last few months. And like, as you know, grief is not linear. And so it's been coming in waves. I'm allowed to be sad and grieve for the vision that I once had. And I'm also allowed to be really excited for what's to come. And I really do believe that whatever's next is going to be better than I could ever imagine. Yeah, so if you've been following me for a while, say hello. Yes, hi Maureen. Or if you're new, let me know if you're new. I would love to see who's new here as well. So as I started talking about this and as I started really like exploring this, I was like, okay. And I was feeling all these feelings. You know, my entire message to you is tuning into your body. How is your body feeling? And the more that I talked about closing the doors and what that would look like, the more excited I got. And I was like, ooh, this is saying something. This is saying something. And I would have all these ideas and all these things. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm getting excited. This is going to be so great. And so, yes, we are closing the doors to this iteration of Wildly Alive. And I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, well, what's next? Well, I don't know. That's the big thing. I don't know. I don't know what's next. I literally have no idea. No idea what's next. All I know is from my body intuition standpoint, what Wildly Alive is based on, your relationship with your body and yourself, is the more that I think about closing this, the better I feel, which is weird, which is crazy. And so the plan that felt the best to me, because I was like, okay, if I am going to close this thing down, if I'm going to close this, how do I want to do it? This is 13 years of my blood, sweat, tears, love, soul. This body of work is an extension of me. I can't just close the doors. I can't just come on live and be like, peace, I'm out. See you on the other side. That did not feel right to me. And so I was like, if I'm going to close this thing, I'm going to do it with class. I'm going to do it with style. I'm going to do it with a party. Just like Wildly Alive mentor Sheila said, you know, we are not having a funeral. We are not grieving. We're celebrating life. We're celebrating Wildly Alive in the vision that it is now. And so the plan is that I am going to go through all of my classes one more time, and we are going to kick off what I'm calling the farewell tour. So just like, you know, an artist goes to a farewell tour on a concert, you know, going around and traveling the world, I'm going to travel through all of the classes within Wildly Alive Mastery. There are 12 classes, which is just crazy. Like I said, this is a big body of work. We have 4 pillars: eating, movement, mindset, and lifestyle. And we have 2 classes in each of those pillars. And we also have 4 bonus classes that are taking things to the next level. And so I was like, if I'm going to really be done with this body of work, then I want to teach it one last time. I want to teach these classes one more time, knowing that this is going to be the final footprint. This is going to be the last footprint in the sand of this class. And since I have been stepping into this energy, I told you you're so loved. Thank you so much, Sharon. I have felt so excited. I have felt so much passion for this work because I'm like, if this is it, I'm going to leave everything on the table. Because something that has been coming through really big is that I haven't been saying everything that I've been wanting to say, which is surprising to me because it was like, you're people pleasing. And I'm like, I am really not a people pleaser. Like in the context that I believe people pleasing is, I don't think I am. I've always been a person who kind of gets in trouble with my mouth. I mean, I got in trouble a lot because of my mouth. In high school. Now, I've learned how to kind of like navigate that as I have aged, but I've always been somebody who says it like it is. And so when I started getting these messages that I'm being a people pleaser, I'm like, I'm not a people pleaser. But as I've really sat with it, what I realized is that I haven't been saying everything that I've wanted to say to you because a part of me felt like I needed to fluff it a little bit. And so as I think about this farewell tour, I think if this is going to be it, if this is going to be the last time that I'm going to teach these classes, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. I'm going to say it all. I'm going to put it all on the table. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel, and I'm not going to be afraid that you can't handle it. Because I see now how I have kind of held back a little bit. And the women in the Wildly Alive membership will tell you that since I have made this decision, there has been an energy shift. There has been a directness that they needed to really get their ass moving. Maybe over time I've gotten a little soft, which hasn't been the worst thing in the world. But again, like just trying to, like, a good coach is willing to call you out. A good coach is willing to say what she needs to say so you can finally get out of your own way and stop shooting yourself in the foot. And I think that's been one of the bigger things is like you've gone a little too soft. So if you're going to teach these classes one last time, you say it all. And you're not afraid of hurting people's feelings, right? I'm ready for the naked version. Love this idea of one last time. I know, I am so, so excited about this farewell tour. So to kick off the farewell tour in Wildly Alive fashion, in Nicole fashion, what are we going to do? Anybody have any ideas? What are we going to do? I'm going to give you a minute to think about that. How would we kick this off? Thanks, Susan. We're going to kick off with a free masterclass. One free experience, one last free experience. I have ran a lot of free programs and challenges and masterclasses and who knows. And we're going to kick this off with a
Hi. Before you kick off the new version, I wanted to say a few things. And I've been really emotional here watching this. You guys have no idea how powerful this woman is. You do, actually. She is amazing. Watching her change your lives, your guys' comments of how she's changed your lives, is inspiring to me. It's changed my life and made me such a better person. I can't wait to see this next version and how it evolves. And I know it'll bring out even more amazing things in our life. I know it'll bring out the best in her, as it always does, and the best in us. And while the journey has not been easy, it's been an amazing ride. So thank you guys for being there to support us, and looking forward to one last ride. So,
Thanks, babe.
I love you.
I love
I
you.
just wanted to say that.
Thanks.
Okay, Bailey, come on.
Okay. Thank you for all your love, you guys. So, a dance party, yes. We are all crying, yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So, we're gonna kick off with a final free masterclass. And it's going to be talking about my favorite thing in the whole world, which is emotions. We're going to be talking about emotional eating, emotional mastery, and we're going to start the free masterclass, my very last free anything, because I'm quite certain that I won't be running free programs again in the future. I've ran over 50 of them. I actually tracked this. And so I think I'm complete with running free little free mini programs. And so this is going to be my last one to kick off the farewell tour. And it's called Illusions of Emotional Eating. And we're going to get started right now. Like right away. I'm going to close this down and then we're going to kick off. Yeah. It is emotional. I mean, this business has been thanks, Jen. He is amazing. This business has been a huge part of my life. I mean, and Zach has a lot to do with it. You know, like when I was dieting, I met him when I was dieting and I was a mess and I had little notebooks, like little tiny notebooks like this that I carried around with me, and I tracked all my calories, and that's how I met him. I was like this uptight calorie counter who needed to go to the gym at 6 o'clock every morning, and he was like this spontaneous, fun-loving guy, and I hated myself, and I felt so stuck because I had lost the weight, but I was still like a wreck. And it was really through our relationship and meeting him that made me realize that to have a healthy relationship with your body and feel good is about adventure and fun and living your life, not living your life out of a freaking calorie counter book. And so he was a huge inspiration for this. And he even was the one who got my first retreat. My first retreat ever that I had been talking about wanting to run retreats for years, and I never pulled the plug on it. And then he actually went behind my back and reached out to my assistant and got all of my clients' contacts and asked them if they would be interested in a retreat. And a lot of them were interested. And then we had a retreat, and he surprised me on Valentine's Day and said, "Here is the list of 30 women who want to come to your retreat. You're going to host it in the summer. And I was like, what? And so it has been it was amazing, Susan. This has been just a huge piece of my life, this business. And I don't know what's next. And I don't want to make any promises on if it's going to be a different version of Wildly Alive, because I don't know. The thing that keeps coming through to me is radically different. Radically different. So I have to shed like a snake. I need to shed all of the skin. And through running these classes one more time, I feel like it's going to help me shed that skin, knowing that this is the last time that I teach this. And it's going to be bittersweet, but it's going to be exciting. And so I know that as I teach these classes, I'm going to start an inward journey inside to figure out what's my next thing. I know I'm meant to be a coach or a teacher, or I know I'm meant to have my own business. I've had my own business since 2006, and that's how it's always been. And so I know that, but I have no idea what it's going to be. And I can't attach. I was starting to attach oh, well, what if it's this? And what if it's this? And I started kind of planning about the future. I'm like, how am I going to plan for the future when I don't even know what it is? And so I have to just shed, and really just let it all go. I was thinking I wasn't going to write the book, but then a lot of the sisters was like, you should write the book. It'd be so great. So the plan is to still write the book. And then a few of the Wildly Alive sisters was like, will you please just run one more retreat? I will be there. I want to go to a retreat. So I'm going to run. I think I'm going to run. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm going to run a retreat next year around this time. And that will be the final closing of it all. And so I'm going to close down the podcast. I'm not going to finish the podcast. I'm not going to be posting on this account. I haven't posted in this account in a long time, but I'm not going to post on this account anymore. It's all going to move over to the Wildly Alive Playground. That's where I feel the best in terms of social media. I'm really feeling the shift to get off of social media for many different reasons. I think it's contributing to a lot of mental health problems that we're struggling with right now. And the Playground group is really great for me because I have my groups, and that's where I hang out, and that's where my ladies are, and that's where I will be. But future-wise, I don't know. I'm not too sure. So we're going to kick off the I will bust into my pension to go to the retreat. Thanks, Kath. So we're going to kick off the Illusion series. So if you would like to join me in this very last free program, this free masterclass, comment illusions below, and then we will direct you to where you need to go to kick off with us right here. Even if you can't necessarily continue in this moment to go and begin that masterclass, the recording will be up and you can check it out when you'd like. But if you are truly ready to create change in your body from a place of respect, I know for certain the next thing that I will move into will have nothing to do with body image, food, or exercise. How you eat, how you move, and how you view yourself. I can guarantee that. I am so far from who I was. For me to go through the pregnancy of Bailey and gain the most weight I ever have, and then be able to navigate that weight loss in complete empowerment, and I posted a ton in the playground group around this, like last spring when all of my clothes didn't fit and I needed to get into a bathing suit and I was the heaviest my body had been in years. Like, for me to be able to navigate that with such empowerment, I really saw so many of my body image issues. And I was somebody at one point who didn't want to have kids because I was afraid of getting fat. Like, I literally said I did not want to have kids because I was afraid what was gonna happen to my body. I had a terrible body image. I am so far from that person. And my relationship with food is one of zero drama. Food and me, because I know my body so well, I navigate food in a way that just feels so free. I don't think about it. I don't strategize it. I don't beat myself up about it anymore. And my relationship with movement is something that is consistent, not perfect, and very real. I feel so solid. So if you want to learn how to look in the mirror and feel proud of what you see, and be able to navigate the kitchen and food without drama, and be able to move your body without willpower, and one that is really of just freedom, and just you move without drama. If you want to be that person, you will learn from somebody who has truly mastered it. And I know I will not teach this again. I know for certain I will be complete with teaching body image, food, and exercise. So if you are ready to really tackle this, and in a way that feels good, that feels respectful, not I hate myself so much, this is just so disgusting, I have to do something about it, from a place of like, I want to learn how to do this right. I want to learn how to see that the weight that is held on my body is my body telling me something. I want to learn this lesson. I want to learn how to communicate with her. I want to understand that weight gain is not me being a terrible fat piece of shit. It's merely my body saying something. I want to get on the same team as her. When I see my face breaking out, or when I'm dealing with aches and pains, instead of going into some victim story about it, how I'm just old and I'm just falling apart and I'm just going to get ugly, instead of going into that narrative, I go in and say, what is my body trying to teach me? What is my body trying to tell me? I am the person to learn that from because I have struggled with all of these things. I have struggled with every time something happened to my body, I went into feeling just worthless because society tells us that how our body looks is the most valuable thing. So we're going to kick off with the illusion series. Comment illusion, and then we are literally getting started right now, and it's going to be so freaking fun. And then I'll tell you about the Wildly Alive membership, where you can jump in and you can go through these classes with me in the Wildly Alive membership. I'll tell you all about that. I'll tell you all about what that looks like and how to kind of jump in. But we're going to kick off with the illusion series. We're going to kick off with the illusion series, the illusions of emotional eating. We're going to talk about emotional mastery. We're going to have fun. We're going to laugh. It's going to be a total blast. And so if you want to go, this is the time. If you've been sitting on the fence and you've been saying, I love that, Nicole, and I love what she says, but I just have too many things going on right now. I can't do it. Well, now is the time, because this isn't going to be around forever. So maybe it's time to just rearrange your calendar, make you a priority, and jump in with me. There's no more waiting. This is the time. All right? So if you are watching this video later on in time, and you have no idea what's going on with Wildly Alive, I don't know either at this point. What I would suggest you do is go over to the Wildly Alive Playground group, just search Wildly Alive Playground and go into that group, and if that's still up and running, then, which I don't have any plans of taking that down anytime soon, you'll probably find more information there, or you can go over to my website, wildlyalive.com, and get on my email list and, kind of be tuned in that way as well. So, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for holding this space for me. Thank you for everything. This has just been such an honor to teach this work. To watch the women within Wildly Alive create such beautiful shifts in their lives, be able to create the confidence to walk away from a job that was robbing them of their life and causing them to emotionally eat, and being able to find the confidence to walk away from that, or get out of abusive relationships, or, I just had so many women just create lives totally different than when they started Wildly Alive. They're unrecognizable. Going from a mom being on welfare with a kid and in an abusive relationship to be able to leave that relationship, lose weight, start her own business, live on her own, the transformations are mind-blowing. This work has the ability to completely change your life. I can guarantee that. Just a matter of if you're really ready for it. And you need to know you deserve it, for sure. So this has been a true honor. I will see you over in the Playground group, because that's where I will be from here on out as I complete this farewell tour. Yeah, I love you too, Jen. Thank you so much. First time seeing you, but couldn't scroll past your sad face. It's sad, but it's happy. So, all right. I love you all. And I say this with all the love in the world, and you know this. When in doubt, ask your body. Never forget that from me, okay? Put it in the comments. When in doubt, ask your body. Just always remember that. She has the answers. Not me. Not your doctor. Not your personal trainer. Not your nutritionist. You have everything within you to thrive. All I do is help you find that. I don't tell you what to do. I just help you access the own wisdom, your own wisdom that you already have access to right now. All right. I love you all.